I replaced my twin brother with myself at my in-laws' Christmas Eve party to see if anyone noticed. My wife Ashley's family is the type that pretends to love everyone but talks behind your back the second you leave the room. Every Christmas, I sit through these awkward dinners where her mom makes passive-aggressive comments about my job, and her dad acts like I don't exist unless he needs someone to grab him another beer from the kitchen. This year, I had this crazy idea. My twin brother Jake and I look identical, like scary identical. The only difference is he's got this tiny scar above his left eyebrow from when we were kids, but you'd have to be looking for it to notice. We've switched places before as teenagers to mess with teachers, but never as adults. I called Jake up 3 days before Christmas Eve and explained my plan. He thought I was nuts, but agreed to do it because he's always been curious about Ashley's family anyway. We spent hours going over details. Ashley's siblings' names, her mom's weird obsession with collecting ceramic angels, her dad's stories about his high school football career that he tells every single year. The night of the party, Jake showed up to my house wearing the exact same red sweater Ashley bought me. We practiced his signature and went over our game plan one more time. Ashley was already at her parents' house helping set up, so the timing was perfect. Jake walked into that house like he owned the place. I parked across the street and watched through the living room window like some kind of stalker. Her mom, Carol, gave him the usual half-hearted hug and immediately started complaining about how the grocery store was out of the specific brand of cranberry sauce she wanted. For the first hour, everything went according to plan. Jake nodded along to her dad's football stories, complimented Carol's dry turkey, and even helped Ashley's brother Kevin set up the new TV he got for Christmas. Nobody suspected a thing. But then things got interesting. Carol started talking to Jake like she actually liked him. She was laughing at his jokes, asking him about work stuff she'd never bothered to learn about me, and even offered him seconds on dessert without him asking. Her dad, Bob, actually got up from his recliner and started showing Jake his old photo albums. I'm sitting in my car watching my own in-laws treat my twin brother better than they'd ever treated me, and it hit me like a truck. They didn't dislike me as a person. They disliked me because I was quiet and awkward around them. Jake was cracking jokes, asking follow-up questions about their stories, and actually engaging with them instead of just sitting there counting down the minutes until we could leave. The real kicker came when Ashley's sister, Emma, who usually barely acknowledges my existence, started talking to Jake about some work drama she was dealing with. She was actually asking for his advice and seemed genuinely interested in what he had to say. Around 9 o'clock, Jake texted me from the bathroom. "Dude, your wife just told me she's pregnant. She wanted to announce it tonight but was waiting for the right moment." I nearly dropped my phone. Ashley was pregnant and she hadn't told me yet? I watched through the window as she pulled Jake aside near the Christmas tree and whispered something in his ear. He gave her this huge hug and I could see her eyes tearing up. That's when I realized how badly I'd screwed up. My wife was about to share the biggest news of our lives with my twin brother instead of me, and it was entirely my fault for being too proud and petty to just try harder with her family. I texted Jake to meet me outside in 5 minutes and snuck around to the backyard. When he came out, I could tell he felt awful about the whole thing. "Man, I can't do this anymore," he said. "She thinks she's telling her husband about the baby, and I'm just some imposter standing there nodding." We switched back immediately. I walked into that house and found Ashley by the tree, still holding the little ultrasound photo she'd planned to show everyone. When she saw me, her face lit up in a way I hadn't seen in months. "I have something to tell you," she whispered, pulling me aside to the exact same spot where she'd talked to Jake. I acted surprised when she showed me the ultrasound, but honestly, I was just relieved to be the one hearing it from her instead of getting a second-hand account from my brother later. After that night, things actually got better with Ashley's family.